Good evening everyone, welcome to Concepts of Mathematics. In the previous classes we have studied about the rational numbers and its definition, the types of rational number. Okay, so in this class we will discuss about the various properties of rational number. Okay, we will discuss about the properties of rational number. In class 7 we have studied that there are also three types of properties. What are they? One is closure property, one is associative properties, one is commutative properties. Except these three properties, there are also another property, that is distributive property. Okay, so today we will discuss about all these four properties. So let's get started. First, first properties of rational number. Okay, so properties of rational number on the basis of addition and multiplication. We will start our session. First property is closure property. Okay, the first property is closure property. We will discuss about its properties combined with addition as well as with the multiplication. So what is closure property? Closure property kaha ko kaheba? Suppose am pakhe duita rational number अछि. Okay, suppose we have a is equal to 1 by 2. It is a rational number ki nahi? Yes, kahinki? Because it can be expressed in the form p by q. Okay, tale it ko number hi paibo? Rational number hi paibo. Tale mu likh paibi na nahi? Belongs to q. Understood? Similarly, suppose b is equal to a rational number 2 by 3. Tale ye bhi rational number, so we can write belongs to q. Okay, tale hame kon kale? Let us take two examples of rational number. One is 1 by 2 and other is 2 by 3. Okay, now according to the closure property of addition, what we will do? We will add them. तले हमें बर्तन कौन करिबा? दुटा नंबर को ऐड कर दबा. सो आले ऐड करिबा देखिया केते होची. तले हमें कौन करिबा? a plus b. कहा पे पढु जेटा हमें एडिशन पे पढु छे. सो ऐड देम. केते हो? 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. Okay, 2 3 LCM 6 to divide 3 plus 4, it will be 7 by 6. Okay, tale ei duta number ko add kala pore ame kete pale result 7 by 6. So a plus b is equal to 7 by 6. Now there is a question whether 7 by 6 is a rational number or not. 7 by 6 gote rational number ki nahi? Ha, it is a rational number. Count by? Because it can be expressed in the form p by q. Tale ka likh paiba eta rational number hobo ki nahi? Yes, it is a rational number. बुझिगला? ताले हमें कोन देखिले? जदी a गोटे rational number हुए, b गोटे rational number हुए, ता संगे addition भी गोटे rational number हबो. And this property is known as closure property of rational number in addition. Why? Because we add them. बुझिगला कि नहीं? Similarly, comes to multiplication. Suppose a is half. Okay, b is 2 by 3. So in multiplication we have to multiply these two rational number. We have to find a into b. ताले को हमें a और b को multiply करिबा. देखिबा केते होची? 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. केते हला? 1 into 2, 2 3 6. So 2 1 2 3. After cancellation, केते वाला answer? 1 by 3. So as we know, it can be expressed in the form p by q. So it is a rational number. We can write belongs to q. After these two calculations, final conclusion हम पाखरे कौन आसिला? जदि a और b दुटी rational number हे थाए, ताले सम ऐड कले रिजल्ट जहा बाहरिबो that is also rational number. सम मल्टीप्लाई कले रिजल्ट जहा बाहरिबो that is also a rational number. And this property is known as closure property. Understood? What is closure property? We can write down. So note it down. What is closure property? If a and b are two rational number, okay, then a plus b. Okay, a plus b रा कौन होगा? rational number होगा कि नहीं? होगा. a into b rational number होगा कि नहीं? এটা भी होगा. Then a plus b or a into b is also a rational number. Okay, so here we do what? We have to find out whether a plus b is a rational number or a into b a rational number combinedly. तो हमें combinedly हमें देखिए देले बुझी है कि नहीं ताले it is clear that what is closure property. आपको ओडिया रे भी कौन कहा जाए समवृद्धि नियम. समवृद्धि नियम. Are you getting my point? So this is the first property of rational number. Let's come to the second property of rational number in accordance with addition as well as multiplication. हमें combinedly पढ़िबा दुटा हला हमें चाहे individually पढ़िबा थांते combinedly पढ़ले हमको easy होबो कैच करिबा. So the second property of rational number is commutative property. Okay, commutative property. So it can be said as क्रम विनिमय नियम. क्रम विनिमय नियम. So what does the addition of commutative property of rational number say? It says that if a and b are two rational numbers, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. Okay, so what it says? It says if a is equal to some rational number, we have to take same rational number 1 by 2. Okay, b is equal to 2 by 3. We have to take an example. दुटा rational number हम example ले ले. गोटे हला 1 by 2, गोटे हला 2 by 3. बर्तन हमें कौन करिबा एडिशन पाई कौन करिबा ना a plus b केते कैलकुलेट करिबा. लेट्स कैलकुलेट 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. 6 is the LCM. 6 to 3 plus 4. It will be 7 by 6. Now we will calculate b plus a. So the answer is, in the place of b we will write 2 by 3. In the place of a we will write 1 by 2. LCM is 6. 6 3 2 4 plus 3. 7 by 6. So what we see? We see a plus b is 7 by 6. B plus a also 7 by 6. So it says that if a is a rational number, b is a rational number, then a plus b रा value जहाँ ही थी वो b plus a रा value भी exactly सेया होगा. Okay, ताले में we can say that a plus b is equal to b plus a. Here we do what? Here we only change the place of a and b. See, in the first case a is in the first place. प्रथम place रे के थिला a थिला. द्वितीय place रे के थिला b थिला. किंतु सेकंड केस रे कोन हला फर्स्ट केस रे के आसी गला b आसी गला. सेकंड केस रे के आसी गला b बदल रे a आसी गला. So in these two cases we have to only change the place of the term. पद मानकर place मानको हमें चेंज कर देले हला. ताले it says that if a and b are two rational number, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. Or if we change the place of any term, then the resultant will be same as before. आगुर result जहाँ बाहर थिबो ताको change कर देले b plus result सेम बाहर हो. Okay, now comes the multiplication of the same property. Same commutative property पढ़िबा कार multiplication of rational number. So we have taken a is equal to half, b is equal to 2 by 3. Okay, now we will find multiplication a into b and b into a. So what will be a into b? 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. It will be 1 2 is 2, 2 3 is 6. b into a, b means 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into 1 by 2. 2 1 is 2, 3 2 is 6. See, here also in these two cases the result is 2 by 6 and here also the result is 2 by 6. So in these two cases a into b or b into a, the resultant will be same. So here we do what? We only change the place of a and b. इठी हमें केवल a और b रा प्लेस चेंज कर देले असमान को मल्टीप्लाई कर देले. रिजल्ट नंबर कौन बाहरला इक्वल बाहरला कि नहीं सो वी कैन राइट a into b is equal to b into a अंडरस्टूड सो कम्यूटेटिव प्रॉपर्टी हमको कौन कहला जदि a और b दुटा रेशनल नंबर हेइथिबो ताहले a और b को मिसेबा परे बा समान को मल्टीप्लाई करला परे रिजल्ट जहा बाहर थिबो b और a को मिसेला परे बा मल्टीप्लाई करला परे समान को रिजल्ट से आस्थिबो और after interchanging the place of a and b after they will give the same result as before okay so we can write commutative property as कौन लिखिबा ता अगेंस्ट रे we can write if a and b are two rational number okay then addition by कौन होगा then a plus b is equal to b plus a addition by वाला और multiplication by कौन होगा a into b is equal to b into a clear so this is the commutative property of rational number comes to the third property of rational number that is associative property of addition as well as multiplication okay आपको ओडिया रे भी कौन कहा जाए सहयोगी नियम ओके सहयोगी नियम so what is associative property and what it says if there are three rational number suppose तीनटा rational number किए a गोटे b गोटे c गोटे for example let us take a is 1 by 2 okay b is 2 by 6 okay and c is 1 by 4 okay we have three rational number then it says that add them हमें तब कौन करिवा ऐड करिवा केमिति के ऐड करिवा देखिबा see here we have to first find a plus b plus c we have to add all these three rational number but the condition is that we have to make a bracket of first two term प्रथम दुटा को हमें ब्रैकेट देबा ओके ताले रिजल्ट केते बारी देखिया so in the place of a we can put 1 by 2 plus in the place of b we can put 2 by 6 okay plus in the place of c 1 by 4 so LCM is 6 3 plus 2 plus 1 by 4 3 plus 2 5 by 6 plus 1 by 4 so 6 for LCM is 12 10 plus 3 is equal to 13 by 12 okay ताले ये तीनटा को हमें ऐड करिवा by making bracket of the first two term the answer is 13 by 12 okay again we have to also again add all these three but by changing the place of bracket बर्तन कोन करिवा ना सेही तीनटा नंबर को हमें ऐड करिवा किंतु ब्रैकेट रो प्लेस को चेंज कर दबा केमिति का देखिबा we have to find a plus b plus c in the first cases bracket is over the first two term now we have to make the bracket of the second two term so the result is 1 by 2 plus 2 by 6 plus 1 by 4 so 1 by 2 plus 6 4 12 4 plus 3 okay so 1 by 2 plus 7 by 12 LCM is 12 6 plus 7 is equal to how much 13 by 12 so what we see in these two cases the result is same here also 13 by 12 here also 13 by 12 okay so what we get if a b c are three rational number then if we add them only by changing the place of bracket केवल bracket रो place को change जदि कर देबा then they will give the same result okay so we can write a plus b, okay, plus c is equal to how much? This. That means this. A plus b plus c. So this is the associative property of rational number in accordance with addition. बुझिएला कि नहीं? Now comes to the multiplication side. As we have a is half, b is 2 by 6, c is 1 by 4. Now we have to find first case से कौन बाहर करेगा? a into b into c. But ब्रैकेट कोड दबा प्रथम टर्म को दबा. So result केते बाहर चले देखिए 1 by 2 into 2 by 6 into 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 2 6 is 12 into 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 12 4 is 48. Okay. Again we have to also find the multiplication of above three rational number, but by changing the place of bracket. So result is, in the place of a we will write 1 by 2, in the place of b 2 by 6, in the place of c 1 by 4. Okay, here place of bracket is being changed. So 1 by 2 into 2 by 6 4 is 24. The answer is 1 2 is 2, 2 24 is 48. So here also, see, in these two cases, in these cases and in these cases, the result will be equal. Okay, so we can write a into b into c is equal to how much? This. A into b into c. This rule is known as associative property of rational number in accordance with multiplication. It is in accordance with addition. So these two are associative property of rational number. Okay. So now let us discuss about the fourth property of rational number, and this property is the combined effect of both addition and multiplication. What is that property? That property is distributive property, or बंटन नियम. So what the distributive property says? It says that a whole into bracket of b plus c is equal to how much? Is equal to a into b plus a into c. Okay, बुझिएला. a whole into b plus c is equal to a into b plus a into c. How it works? एटा केमिति होला ना एमति देखो. We have to first multiply a into b. Okay, this term can be find out. Then we have to multiply these two terms. प्रथम a और b को multiply करें, then a और c को multiply करें, and in between them we have to add a plus sign. Okay, so this is known as distributive property of rational number. So let us do some applications using this property. किछ application करिबा. Suppose we have some example. मने करो हम पाखरे example अछि 3 whole into 2 plus 7. है कि नहीं? Here we can say 3 as a, 2 as b, 7 as c. तले a पाई गले, b पाई गले, c पाई गले. Now we have to find their result using which property? Using distributive property. How? तले first कौन करिबा? 3 into 2. 3 into 2. Okay. Then कौन करिबा? 3 into 7. 3 into 7. तापर जो मझे जो साइन यूज होबो कहा साइन यार साइन दा यूज होबो कौन अछि प्लस. So we have to write plus here. See, a into b, this is a, this is b, plus a into c, this is a and this is c. Okay, so 3 2 is 6, 3 7 is 21. The answer is 27. Okay, understood? Then let us do some more examples. Like we have a question 1 by 2 whole into 1 by 4 plus 3 by 2. इटा जो गोटे को प्रकार जे केतना पद अछि तीनटा पद अछि and all the terms are rational number. समस्त गोटे rational number. एमान को हमें डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव लॉ यूज करी मल्टीप्लाई करबा सो लेट्स डू दैट सो फर्स्ट वी हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई this number with this number so this is half into 1 by 4 then we have to multiply this number with this number that is half whole into 3 by 2 तापर कौन करिबा ताको भीतर गोटे साइन यूज करिबा and that sign will be plus okay now after multiplication it will give 1 by 8 plus 133 by 4 and 8 for LCM is 8 1 plus 6 it will be 7 by 8 बुझी होची ताले डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव लॉ इजीली बर्तन हमें ताको अप्लाई करि परिबा let us take one more example suppose we have a question 2 plus 3 whole into 4 plus 5 okay we have to find out this result using which property using distributive property before that we have to first compare these two terms हमको प्रथम ए दुटा पद को कंपेयर करिवार अछि see here also two term एटा गोटे टर्म एठी भी दुटा टर्म अछि एटा गोटे टर्म आ एटा गोटे टर्म ओके अब ए जो सेकंड टर्म रे केटा पद अछि दुटा पद पुनी ओके सो एठी भी दुटा पद अछि तले हम कोन होय परिबा ना 4 को कितने नहीं परिबा b बोली भाबिबा एंड टेक 5 एज c ओके तले हम कोन पाइ गले b plus c तले एई पद दिटा हम ऑलरेडी पाइ गले नाउ लेट अस कंपेयर दिस फर्स्ट टू टर्म प्रथम दुटा पद हम वर्तमान कंपेयर करिबा एठी देखिबा हियर ओनली वी हैव सिंगल टर्म गोटे पद अछि किंतु एठी केतरा पद अछि दुईटा पद अछि सो हमको सब बेले कंपेयर करिया पड़िबो प्रॉपर्टी सहित एप्लीकेशन रो ओके एटी गोटे पद कि दुईटा पद लेट्स से दिस टोटल टर्म इज ए तले हम टोटल केते धरिबा ए बोल धरिबा तले हम आसे गला कि नहीं a whole into b plus c okay then we can use this formula which formula this formula how first a into b okay a into b then a into c understood a means 2 plus 3 okay so a into b curly bracket then a into c a into c means 5 and in between them we have to use which sign plus sign बुझी हला कि नहीं पहले फर्स्ट कोन करिया पड़िबो a को b से तो मल्टीप्लाई करिवा देन a को c से तो मल्टीप्लाई करिवा मझरे प्लस साइन यूज करिवा ओके देन नेक्स्ट see here also we have to use distributive law here also we have to use distributive law how similar 2 into 4 3 into 4 okay so 2 into 4 then 3 into 4 मझरे प्लस सिंबल plus see here 2 into 5 3 into 5 so 2 into 5 plus 3 into 5 so 2 4 ja 8 3 4 ja 12 plus 2 5 ja 10 3 5 ja 15 after addition they will give 30 or sorry 45 okay this is the procedure through which we can calculate the multiplication of a rational number okay by using distributive property so these are the basic four fundamental property of rational number in addition to addition and multiplication तले multiplication और addition को देके हम rational number रो चारिटा प्रॉपर्टी बाहर करले आउ किछि हम बर्तन पढिबा तर किछि एसोसिएटिव प्रॉपर्टी means it's some additional property what are that additional property that additional property is known as inverse property okay inverse property okay now बर्तन बुझिया पड़िबो इनवर्स प्रॉपर्टी कोन देखो इनवर्स प्रॉपर्टी भी दुईटा क्षेत्र में यूज हो कौन कौन एडिशन और प्लस एंड मल्टीप्लिकेशन और इनटू बुझियला ताले Inverse property is used for both addition of rational number and multiplication of rational number. Bartaman ame bujhiya what is inverse property of addition. Okay, so let us take an example. Suppose ame example nele 5. Bartaman gote jinsa ame bartaman chinta kariba je what should be added to 5 to give 0. 5 रे केते मिसेले हमें 0 पाएगा. We have to find out. Suppose we think if we add माने कौन plus minus 5, then we will get 0. How? See here, 5 plus minus the minus 5. The answer is 0. Yes or no? Yes. ताले 5 रे केते मिसेले हमें 0 पाएगा, minus 5 मिसेले 0 पाएगा. Similarly 2 रे केते ऐड कले हमें 0 पाएगा. देखिबा minus 2 add करिबा. So answer is 2 plus minus minus 2 is equal to how much? 0. So the number which is added to a given number to give rise 0, that number is called additive inverse. ताले additive inverse का कहबा गोटे नंबर रे हमें केते ऐड कले सेटा 0 हो और जेते ऐड कले that number is known as additive inverse. Like हमें 5 रे केते ऐड कले 0 पाउचे minus 5. So minus 5 is known as additive inverse. 2 रे केते ऐड कले हमें 0 पाएगा minus 2 ऐड कले 0 पाएगा. So minus 2 is known as additive inverse. So बुझियला कि नहीं additive inverse काहको कहा जाए क्या कहबा ना गोटे नंबर रे केते ऐड कले हमें 0 पाएगा. Okay, let us take one more example. Suppose we have minus 7. So minus 7 ने कितने ऐड कला हमें 0 पाएगा. What should be added to minus 7 to give rise to 0? We can add 7. So that the answer will be how much? 0. Why? Because minus plus sign gives rise to minus sign. So 7 minus 7 is 0. So the additive inverse of minus 7 is plus 7. Okay? And minus 7 रे हमें 7 को ऐड करेगा हमें 0 पाएगा. Similarly minus 13 रे केते ऐड कला हमें 0 पाएगा plus 13. So what is the additive inverse of minus 13? Plus 13. Okay, so we can easily find out the additive inverse of any number. Like 100 additive inverse केते minus 100. Additive inverse of minus 30 is plus 30. Additive inverse of minus 15 is plus 15. Okay, so now one more example. What is the additive inverse of 0? 0 रे केते ऐड कले we can get 0. हमें जानी छे 0 रे जदि हमें 0 ऐड करिबा we can get another 0. Okay, so 0 रे additive inverse केते रे same 0. So there is a question, which one is the additive inverse of itself? That is 0. को संख्या निजर गोटे additive inverse को संख्या 0 is the additive inverse of itself. Okay, understood? So this is all about additive inverse property. Now comes to multiplicative inverse property. Okay, suppose we have an example 3. Multiplication means we have to use multiplication symbol. Okay, now say or now tell me which one should be multiplied with 3 to give rise to 1. 3 रे केते मल्टीप्लाई कले हमें 1 पाएगा. केते मल्टीप्लाई कले 1 पाएगा. केते मल्टीप्लाई कले 1 by 3. Why? Because 3 can be written as 3 by 1 into 1 by 3. Okay, 3 into 1 is 3, 1 3 is 3, 3 cancel out, it will be 1 by 1 is equal to 1. So 3 रे केते मल्टीप्लाई करे हमें 1 पाउचे 1 by 3 मल्टीप्लाई करले हमें 1 पाउचे. One more example 7. What should be multiplied with 7 to give rise to 1? We should multiply 1 by 7. So the answer will be 7 by 1 whole into 1 by 7 is equal to 7 by 7 is equal to 1. After cancellation, so what should be added or what should be multiplied with 7 to give rise to 1? 1 by 7 should be multiplied to give rise to 1. Okay, ताले गोटे नंबर रे केउ नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई कले हमें 1 पाइबा और सही नंबर को हमें कहबा मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स. सो 5 रा मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स के हबो 1 by 5. Why? Because 5 रे जदि हमें 1 by 5 multiply करिबा ताले रिजल्ट केते आसीबो 1 आसीबो. Understood? So what is multiplicative inverse? The number which is multiplied with another number to give rise to 1, then that number is known as multiplicative inverse. Okay. One more example. Suppose we have 1. ताले 1 केते multiply करा हमें 1 पाएगा. If we multiply another 1, we will get 1. Okay. So what is the multiplicative inverse of 1? Multiplicative inverse. Say 1. ताले एक का multiplicative inverse के 1. So we can say that 1 is the multiplicative inverse of itself. We have a question arise. Which one is the multiplicative inverse of itself? So 1 is the multiplicative inverse of itself. Understood? So this is all about inverse property of addition as well as multiplication. Okay? Now, from this property we have to find out one more property. What is that? That is additive identity. Okay, and multiplicative identity. Okay, so हमें जानी गले जे इनवर्स प्रॉपर्टी क्या हुआ जाए. एडिटिव इनवर्स कौन, मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स कौन. सपोज वी हैव 9. So what is the additive inverse of 9? Minus 9. Okay. What is the multiplicative inverse of 9? 1 by 9. Understood? So suppose 5. So 5 का additive inverse कहते हैं minus 5. As we know, whenever a number is added with its additive inverse, then the result will be how much? 5 plus minus minus 5. The result will be 0, and that 0 is known as additive identity. Okay? So 0 is known as additive identity. ताले हमें जानी ले जेतेबेले गोटे नंबर को तार एडिटिव इनवर्स सहित हमें ऐड करिबा, द रिजल्टेंट विल गिव 0, and that is known as additive identity. Now comes to multiplicative identity. Suppose we have another number, same 5. So what should be multiplied with 5 to give rise to 1? As we know, 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 is known as multiplicative inverse. So after multiplication, they will give rise to 1. Okay, and that 1 is known as multiplicative identity. Okay, so गोटे नंबर रे जदि तमे हमें तारा मल्टीप्लिकेटिव इनवर्स को मल्टीप्लाई करिबा, then we will get 1 in the result section, and that 1 is called multiplicative identity. So this is all about the properties of rational number. Today we have studied about the closure property, associative property, commutative property, distributive property, as well as inverse property. Again, inverse property has two directions. One is additive identity, one is multiplicative identity. 0 is the additive identity, 1 is the multiplicative identity.